Hi guys, welcome to my channel. Before we get started, make sure to hit that like button and also subscribe to my channel. 10 essential money-making tips every beginner should know. So make sure to watch the full video. Being great with money is about something beyond making a decent living. Try not to stress that you're not a human calculator. You don't really need to be good at math. All you need to know is basic addition and subtraction. When you have good financial skills, life is much easier. Your credit score and the amount of debt you end up carrying are impacted by how you spend your money. If you're having trouble managing your money, like not having enough money but living paycheck to paycheck, here are some ways to improve your financial habits. Don't just assume you can afford something when you're faced with a spending decision, especially one involving a significant purchase. Check to see if you can actually afford it and have it already put that money toward another expense. This means evaluating whether you can afford a purchase using your budget and the balance in your checking and savings accounts. Recall that in light of the fact that the cash is there doesn't mean you can make the buy. You must also take into account the expenses and bills you will need to pay before your next payday. Realizing you have sufficient cash to pay for what you need, today and later on, is one method for feeling monetarily secure. Many of us also save, invest, and insure our assets for this reason. Here are 10 easy ways to manage your money that can make you and your family feel more secure financially. Write down how much money you get from your salary, bonuses, benefits, and other sources to create a comprehensive budget. Make sure you have enough money to cover everything you need by comparing that to all of your expenses. A lot of people don't budget because they don't want to go through what they think will be a tedious process of writing down all of their expenses, adding them up, and making sure everything is in line. With budgeting, you won't be able to make excuses if you're bad with money. Why wouldn't you work on a budget for a few hours each month to get your spending under control? Focus on the value that budgeting will bring to your life, rather than the process of creating one. Make use of the budget. Your spending plan is pointless in the event that you make it. Let it gather dust in an envelope concealed in your shelf or file organizer. Allude to it frequently all through the month to assist with directing your spending choices. Update it as you spend money on other monthly expenses and pay bills. You should know how much money you can spend each month, taking into account any remaining bills. Set a limit on what you can spend without spending money. The net income, or the amount of money left over after expenses are deducted from income, is an essential component of your budget. You can have fun and entertainment with any money left over, but only up to a certain amount. You can't spend it all, especially since it's not much and needs to last the whole month. Make sure that any significant purchases won't disrupt your other plans before you make them. Reduce your spending by cutting costs on a day-to-day basis. Look for areas where you can save money, like on your cell phone and cable TV plan, or plan your meals and groceries ahead of time so you don't have to buy takeout or order in at the last minute. Keep track of your spending. You'll find yourself spending more than your budget before you know it, because even the tiniest of purchases add up quickly. Start keeping track of your spending to find places where you might be spending too much without realizing it. Don't sign up for any new recurring monthly bills. Keep your receipts and write down your purchases in a spending journal. Organize your purchases by category so you can identify areas where you struggle to control your spending. Make a list of all of your current bills, including when they are due, and pay them on time to avoid late fees and penalties. Track down ways of paying less interest on your obligations. You shouldn't take out a loan just because you can afford it and have good credit. A lot of people mistakenly believe that a bank wouldn't give them a loan or credit card they can't afford. The bank only knows your reported income and the debts on your credit report. It does not know about any other obligations that might keep you from making your payments on time. Based on your income and other monthly obligations, you must determine whether a monthly payment is within your means. Make single monthly payments on all of your debts by consolidating them into an all-in-one bank account or a secure line of credit, and concentrating on the debts with the highest interest rates first. Consult a debt counselor, to whom you may have free access through your employer's Employee and Family Assistance Program, EFAP. Write down everything you want to save for. Figure out how much you need to save each month to reach your goals in the time frame you want, and then pay yourself this amount each month like it's another bill. This will help you save more quickly. Also, you won't have to deal with the many problems that come with not paying your bills if you save money instead of using credit. Limit what you buy with your credit card. Charge cards are a terrible high roller's most obviously terrible foe. You simply use your credit cards when you run out of money without considering whether you can afford to pay the balance. Don't use your credit cards for things you can't afford, especially for things you don't really need. Ensure that you are paying the best prices. You can take advantage of your cash examination shopping, guaranteeing that you're addressing the most reduced costs for items and administrations. When you can, look for sales, coupons, and cheaper alternatives. The capacity to defer delight will go quite far in assisting you with being better with cash. You give yourself time to evaluate whether the purchase is necessary, and even more time to compare prices by delaying large purchases rather than sacrificing more essentials or placing the purchase on a credit card. You won't have to pay interest on the purchase if you save money instead of using credit. Find out which tax bracket you and your spouse are in and include claims for child care costs, medical expenses, and charitable donations on the tax return of the person who is taxed at a higher rate. Don't pay more tax than you need to. Make regular contributions to your savings account. You can strengthen your financial habits by making a monthly deposit into a savings account. You can even set it up so that the money moves from your checking account to your savings account on its own. This way, you won't have to worry about remembering to transfer the money. Being good with money takes practice. At first, you might not be used to making plans in advance and delaying purchases until you can afford them. The more you incorporate these routines into your day-to-day life, the easier it will be to manage your finances and the better off you will be financially. Utilize web-based banking to schedule future bill payments and set up payment reminders. Check your spending. Make the most of the plans offered by your workplace by taking full advantage of group retirement plans, including programs that match contributions, as well as health benefits, flexible spending accounts, and tax savings. Work with a financial advisor to begin experiencing financial security and lessen financial stress. Plan to save enough to supplement guaranteed government sources. Get assistance setting objectives. Create a bespoke financial plan. Prepare strategically for financial milestones in life. By regularly evaluating what you're doing with your money and making adjustments that make sense for you, you can improve your money management. For instance, you could begin by creating a budget if you do not already have one. You could keep track of your spending to see how it compares to your budget if you have one. Depending on your financial objectives, you could decide to start investing, increase your savings, or pay off debt once you have an idea of your income and spending. This last point may be the most significant. Over 5 times as many people are likely to work with an advisor than are those who say they are struggling financially. Additionally, households that work with an advisor have approximately 2 times as many financial assets as households that do not seek advice. We can help you locate an advisor if you do not already have one. So that's it for today. We hope you enjoyed the video. Use the comments section below to tell us your thoughts about the video. Also, make sure to subscribe to our channel and click the bell button to be notified of all the latest videos.